How to figure out what you really want. Hi guys, this is Kublai and welcome to this first podcast on my channel Turbos and Talks. So first guys, I made a trip to Hong Kong last year and I told myself, you know what, let's put some images of Hong Kong over there while walking at night in the streets of Hong Kong. So what I basically did, I added a video I made without any sound back then to this podcast to add something more to this podcast. But anyway, we won't be talking about Hong Kong, but let's say we are walking together in Hong Kong at night and answering to the following question: how to figure out what you really want, how to figure out what you really want to do with your life. All right. Difficult question. It took me roughly 10 years to figure out what I really wanted in my life. 10-15 years ago, my goals were very different from the goals I've got now, and my life was very different as well. I was an employee back then. I was an employee basically until 2016. In 2016, I decided to resign to launch my first business, which was a total failure. But it doesn't really matter because today I'm doing well, I'm making good money, I'm free, I can live everywhere on the planet, I can travel, and I'm very happy, okay? So basically it was an investment, you know? All the mistakes I made in the past were just investments. And that's very important because when you are asking yourself, what should I do with my life? What should I do? What do I like doing? You are investing in yourself, okay? So this is an investment. Now I will give you 2 tips in order to invest in yourself even better. So first tip, don't try to figure out what you really want to do in your life first, okay? Try to figure out, don't even try. Find out what you hate about your life. If you're listening to this podcast, most likely it means you are not very satisfied about your life. You're not very happy, not completely at least. There are some things you don't like about your current life. And first you have to figure out what you hate about it. I don't know you, but let's for example talk about me, just to give you a few examples. I hate waking up early in the morning. I absolutely hate it, you know. And when I was an employee, I had to wake up early in the morning and I didn't like it. That's why I wasn't happy as an employee. Not the only reason why, but it was one of the main reasons I wasn't happy as an employee, okay? Today I'm an entrepreneur, I am location independent, I'm financially independent, I've invested, I have a business which is going well, I have plenty of ideas. So I'm doing great now, and I can wake up at as early or as late as I want to, you know, I'm completely free. But that was my first goal. I resigned from my job back in 2016 because I didn't want to wake up early in the morning anymore. I just hate it, okay? So that's the first thing I figured out about myself. Just another example, I don't like to be an employee, you know. I'm just better off being an entrepreneur. I'm an independent person. I don't like to work in a team. I tend to get lazy when I'm working in the business of someone else, you know. I just don't give a fuck about someone else's business, okay? And when it is my business, I actually find the energy. I'm actually motivated to put energy into growing my own business because it's my business, you know. I care about it. It's just the way I am, you know. Let's be completely honest here, okay? Just one more example, just to give you 3 examples. I don't like cooking, for example. I hate cooking. First, I'm very bad at cooking. I don't know how to cook at all. I've tried in the past, but it was a complete failure. So basically, I have a Russian wife, which cooks for me, and she loves cooking. So she makes food for me. She loves it. And when she gets lazy, sometimes, you know, we all get lazy sometimes. She just orders food online. You know, we can order food. You can nowadays you can order everything online. We can order sushis, pizzas, or just some any meal, you know. You can order any meal today online. So yeah, I don't spend, my wife does, but but I don't spend time and energy on cooking because I found it a waste of time and I just hate it, you know. I don't like cooking. Okay, so I won't work as a chef, I won't work as a cook, I won't work in a kitchen, I won't work in a restaurant, because it's just not my cup of tea, you know. I'm not into cooking, okay? Just to give you a few examples, you know, you may adore cooking, you may love waking up early in the morning, it doesn't really matter. I'm not saying you should be like I am, you know. Just figure out what you don't like about your current life. If you're listening to this podcast, it means there is something you don't like about your life, okay? So first figure out what you hate, okay? In order to avoid doing the same thing or the same things you hate about your current life in the future, in your next life. The life I had 10 years ago was a previous life, you know, it was a completely different life I had, you know? So that was my first tip. First figure out what you hate about your current life. And next tip, try different things, you know? You don't know if you actually like doing something or spending time with something before having tried it, you know. And it doesn't matter if you waste your time, if you waste even money on trying new things, you know, because it's an investment. You're now investing in yourself, all right? I have spent money and time on courses, on different things I've tried in my life, but it doesn't matter. Today I'm satisfied. As I was saying, in 2016, I launched a first business online, and it was a total failure. After 1 year, I wasn't able to make money online still, you know, but it doesn't matter, because today I'm satisfied, you know. It was just part of the path I had to take to, in order to get where I am now. So don't be afraid to spend money and time into trying, on trying new things, okay? If you want to try, you know, if you want to learn new skills, for example, programming. You learn programming for 6 months, and after 6 months, you actually understand it's not yours. It's not your cup of tea. You know, you hate it. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. Okay, it's perfectly fine. You have done well, because now you know programming is not for you. You know, programming is not your cup of tea. So, okay, you spend 6 months of your life learning programming, which is never a waste of time. It's still something you could encounter in the future. So it's never a waste of time and never a waste of money. So try new things. And if you, after a few months, you figure out, or for 1 year, you figure out you made a mistake, it doesn't matter, okay? It's perfectly fine. Just move on. Now you know, from now you know it's not yours, and you just move on to something else, and then you try. And after having tried several things, you will actually find something. It will take some time, and I'm not promising it will be fast. I'm not promising it will be easy. It took me a decade, okay? The only way is to try different things and to see how you feel, okay? After a few months, after 1 year, after 2 years, how do you feel doing this on a daily basis? How do you feel spending time with this new thing you are trying after a few months or a few years, okay? And by listening to yourself, you will eventually figure out what you like. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, to this channel. Leave me a comment below here under this this podcast, and tell me what you think about this topic. And you could suggest me topics you want me to talk about. If you want me to talk about a certain topic and I haven't talked about yet, just leave a comment below. And if you've got a good idea, I will make a video or a podcast about the topic you're suggesting, okay? That's all for now. I wish you a good one, and I hope you liked Hong Kong, a few images I had from my last trip in Hong Kong back in 2020, okay? Bye for now.